Hey, I'm John Greaves III. I'm the founder of Garage Gym Life, and this is the Bob and Brad C2 Pro massage gun. It's got hot and cold therapy right here in the tip. Right now I'm using the hot therapy on the massage head because we've been doing a ton of traveling. I've been spending about 8+ hours in the car, and today, because of how compressed my schedule is this week, I'm actually having to combine my squat and my bench session. So because I don't have a ton of time, although it's not ideal, I'm using the C2 Pro to shorten my warm-up time, okay? This is not ideal. It's better if you do a full warm-up before you get under the bar, but in situations like this, where I don't really have a choice, to me, this is better than nothing. I love the Bob and Brad C2, well, I like all their massage guns, but I like the C2 Pro because it's got the 5 speeds. I was just using the 5th setting, which is basically the highest speed. And as I said, this head right here gives you both hot and cold. You see I have the hot setting on. I mean, it's not like super hot, but it's hot enough for it to feel like a nice hot stone therapy, almost kind of massage with some vibration. I like this massage gun because it's got good vibratory force, I guess. So good percussion. And yeah, it's good. Again, this is not ideal, but this is why I have it. This is why I use it and how. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll finish this up, and then I'm gonna get under the bar. All right. Hey, I'm actually still downstairs finishing up with bench pressing right now. But while I was doing my first set of bench, I realized that the first thing you thought when I told you about how much I like the Bob and Brad C2 Pro massage gun was, why do you need to spend all of that money on a massage gun when you can just grab a cheap one from Amazon or your local big box discount store? So future me is going to do you a favor, and I'm going to break down how the Bob and Brad C2 Pro massage gun is superior to cheapo massage guns that are out there trying to sneak in your wallet and get you to waste your money on them. Hang on a second, let's make sure. Hey, current me. Huh? Are you about done? Almost. I need to shoot a video. I got one more set. Perfect. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll head downstairs. By the time we get there, current me should be done and out of our way so we can make this video happen. Let's go. All right, so here we go. I'm downstairs, and I've got the Bob and Brad C2 Pro right here in front of me. This is the one in the middle, and then to the left and to the right of it, I've got some, let's call them budget massage gun options that you could find on Amazon. I am not going to put links to how to get the budget ones on Amazon or at your local big box discount place. If you want to go find stuff that's not worth the money, I'm quite sure you're capable of doing that on your own. Instead, I'm going to tell you just a couple of reasons. Well, there's like 5 things that I like about the Bob and Brad C2 Pro specifically. 4 things that are common to all Bob and Brad products, and then 1 feature that is specific to this C2 Pro massage gun that kind of sets it apart from the other massage guns that I have used. And there have been many. First thing that I like about the Bob and Brad product line is, as a general rule, they tend to have greater percussion. And what I mean by that is, if you take something like, say, this one here, this is the Affirma massage gun. It's got up to 30 speeds, but honestly, only the top one feels like it's doing anything. And to me, it's a waste to have 30 speeds when only the 30th speed is worth anything. With the Bob and Brad, although I personally typically use it on the top speed, which is level 5, my wife is able to use it on level 1, 2, and 3. With these other cheaper massage guns, she actually has to use them on the highest setting. All of them she has to use on the highest setting. So again, it's not worth it. There's one, I think it's this Toloco, I think. It says it's got like 20 watts of power, but these things, yeah. No. Okay, so this Toloco has 7 speeds, but only the 7th speed is worth anything, okay? So, yeah, just save your money. Save your money and get a massage gun that's actually powerful. The other thing that I like about the Bob and Brad versus other massage guns, again, this is all Bob and Brad products, is it's got greater stall force. And what I mean by that is, let me just grab, this is one of my favorite heads. This is the bullet head, all right? So let me go ahead and screw this on. It'll only take a second to show you guys what I'm talking about. So I screw it on there, and I long press, take it up to the highest setting, which is 5. Now, I'm gonna push on here. Now let's say I want more percussion. I want greater, I want to feel it more, right? Let's say I got a lot of knots. Maybe I've been in the car or something. So I'm pressing hard, okay? The Bob and Brad won't shut off, okay? It won't shut off because it's got a greater stall force. And it does have an indicator to let you know when the stall force has been exceeded, but it's got a lot of stall force. You can put a lot more pressure on it without it falling apart on you and just shutting off. With these other less expensive massage guns, I'm being nice and saying less expensive, because cheap is such a mean and ugly word. But with these other massage guns, I use this one. I remember this one. I don't know how to pronounce it. I remember when I opened it up, I was like, this is the, okay, so it's the GVBER. I don't know how to say that, so I'm not going to try. And I'm going to put one of the several massage gun heads on. I'm going to use the bullet head just like I did with the Bob and Brad. And with this one, you just push it in there. That's already, I don't like that. I like the Bob and Brad because you screw it on so you know that it's on there. And yes, I have seen massage guns just the head just come right off while you're using it. Anyway, so let's turn this joint on. Okay. All right, let's get it up to, we're going to be here for a minute. All right, anyway, got it up to here. And watch this. So I'm pressing. There's nothing wrong with your sound. It's cutting off because I'm pressing too hard. And it's doing nothing. Just a waste of my time. So I like the Bob and Brad because number 1, they have greater percussion. And number 2, they have greater stall force. So let's get this out of here. Put it back on there. Number 3, easy to operate. So once you know how to operate any Bob and Brad massage gun, you know how to operate all of them. They all do the long press. They all have and you guys can see some of the other Bob and Brad massage gun videos I have here on this channel. One of them going over my head right now. I might just need to do a Bob and Brad playlist. But anyway, you see right here, it's got the indicator light, let you know it's on, it's working. And all I did was long press to turn it on. And then you short press. I'll do it here. Long press again. Cut it off. Long press, turn it on. It's at 1. Short press. Change speeds. Simple. Back to 0. All right. Once you know how to operate one, you know how to operate all of them. I didn't even look at the manual when I was breaking this out of the box for the first time. Well, I did for the hot cold head, but we'll talk about that in a second. And the other thing that I like about Bob and Brad is it doesn't have a ton of what I consider to be non-essential heads. One of the things I try to do with this channel is not try to look at things through my lens, instead of try to put myself in your shoes, the person who is watching the video, okay? I don't assume that you've got over 30 years of lifting experience like I do. Instead, I try to look at it like this might be your first time lifting, okay? Or your first time exercising. But with that being said, I don't see a need to have all of these, like all of these. I mean, there's a ton of them. The Bob and Brad comes with the heads that you see here. This one is for large muscle groups. This is the bullet head, and you use that for pinpoint accuracy. I like this one here. It's called a fork head. Just about every Bob and Brad that I've ever used has come with one of these. I like using that in different places, especially like my calves, something like that. I like using it on my shoulder. It's great. This ball head is great for the hip. I mean, they're very, very versatile, okay? You get everything done. You don't have to have a bunch of them. And then the final thing is this hot cold head. Now this one is specific to the C2 Pro. This is a hot cold head. The other Bob and Brads that I have don't have this. So let's just talk about the hot cold head on the C2 Pro a little bit. Again, you're gonna screw it on there so you know that it's secure. Lock it down. Now, the C2 Pro hot cold head, you can press this little button here to turn it on. and you see the little orange light tells you the hot cold head is on. Or I could press this other button and this will turn on the cold. Okay, so this is the cold. Now, a couple things. When you have the cold on, and I'll show you with the hot as well, you press it and it takes it to the colder setting. Okay, so when it's blue, it's on the coldest setting, and when it's green like this, it's not as cold. So the cold head goes down to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's the coldest setting. That will be when it's blue. And then, long press, turn it off. Then the hot therapy head, okay, when I press that and it's red, it means it's on the hottest setting, which is 113 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot, in case you didn't know. One other thing is when you're using the cold head, you can actually hear the air blowing on it, all right? And yes, you can use the hot cold head at the same time as you use the massage gun. Now, what I did earlier when I was showing you guys was I was using the hot therapy setting along with the percussion of the massage gun itself so that it would get my muscles nice and loose. Now, you can call me what you want to, but this hot setting is too hot for me. My wife loves it. I usually use the warm setting, not the hot setting, but that's going to be individual preference. So there you go. As far as everything else goes, you do have a charger that comes with the C2 Pro massage gun, and you can use that interchangeably for both the hot cold head, which does need to be charged periodically, and for the massage gun itself. You will need a charging box, but it's the same for all of these. They come with USB charging cables, and then you have to get a box that you can plug into the wall to charge, unless you got one of those outlets in your house where you can just plug the charging cable directly into the outlet. I just think overall, if you're going to spend the money on a massage gun anyway, you might as well get one that's actually going to work, is actually going to do something for you. A massage gun is not going to replace a sound mobility training program. It's not going to replace a good warm-up. But I can tell you just a personal anecdote. My wife and I have been doing quite a bit of traveling the past few weeks, and we had to drive all the way to North Carolina. So it was basically about a 7-hour some change drive. So 7 hours some change all the way there. We were sitting down all day because we were live streaming an event. Then we drove to do a business meeting. Then we had to sit all the next day for the second day of live streaming for the same event that our contract was for. And then we had to drive 7 hours and some change back home. And in the middle of that, before we were about to get in the car to drive all the way back home, my wife's sciatica started acting up because we've been spending so much time in the car. And we had, unfortunately, left this C2 Pro at home. We didn't have any of our massage guns with us, which is normally not what we do. We normally take at least one with us, right? And so we borrowed a massage gun. It's one of these cheap massage guns that you can get at any big box discount store, Walmart, Target, whatever, or even on Amazon. And I put it on the absolute highest setting, and that was the only way that she could actually feel it. And like I said, she doesn't normally like as much percussion as I do, all right? She doesn't use the highest setting on the Bob and Brad like I do, but she couldn't even feel the lower settings. So I'm just telling you, if you're going to spend the money to buy a massage gun, obviously you need it. So if you do need it, why not get something that's actually going to address your needs and do what the box promises that it's going to do. In my opinion, you're going to do a lot better for yourself and get a lot more bang for your buck if you go with the Bob and Brad C2 Pro massage gun. I love this thing. We've only had it for a few weeks, and it is already a staple. We find ourselves using it more than we use our other Bob and Brad massage gun products, even though we still like them, but this one just has a little bit more versatility than those, and so for me, it's a winner. So got a link in the description for this video. Click that link, it'll take you to it, and that way you guys can grab one, and just trust me, you're going to want to throw out all your other cheap massage guns, or you know what, give them to somebody you don't like for Christmas. Thanks for watching.